Most people think men are angry because they're just angry. Short temper, short fuse, punching walls, shutting down, snapping over small things. But what if I told you, anger is usually the last emotion men feel, not the first? What if anger is actually just the only emotion many men were ever allowed to show? Today we're going to talk about why men's pain, fear, loneliness, and even heartbreak often comes out looking exactly the same: anger. I want you to picture a guy named Jake. Jake works hard, pays his bills, shows up for everyone else. He's the reliable one, the strong one. One day his girlfriend tells him she feels emotionally disconnected and leaves. Jake doesn't cry. Jake doesn't talk about it. Jake goes quiet. Then slowly, he starts getting irritated by everything. Traffic feels personal. Work feels pointless. Friends asking, "You good?" feels annoying. Eventually, someone cuts him off in traffic and he absolutely loses it. People look at that moment and say, "See? That guy has anger issues." But they didn't see the rejection, the loneliness, the feeling of failure, the fear that maybe he wasn't enough. Anger was just the smoke. Nobody looked for the fire. Most boys don't grow up being taught how to handle emotions. They grow up being taught how to hide them. From a young age, boys hear things like, "Man up, stop crying, don't be soft, handle it yourself." Here's the problem. Those messages don't erase emotions. They just bury them alive. And emotions don't disappear when buried. They pressure cook. Sadness becomes frustration. Fear becomes control. Hurt becomes resentment. Vulnerability becomes rage. Because anger is powerful. Anger feels strong. Anger protects you from feeling small, even if only for a moment. For many men, anger is emotional armor. Think about it. If you're sad, you feel exposed. If you're scared, you feel vulnerable. If you feel rejected, you feel worthless. But anger? Anger gives the illusion of control. It pushes people away before they can hurt you again. It masks pain so well that sometimes even the man feeling it doesn't realize what's underneath. A lot of men aren't choosing anger consciously. They're reacting with the only emotional language they were ever taught to speak. Imagine being handed a toolbox growing up, but it only has one tool in it. Every emotional problem becomes a nail, and anger becomes the hammer. Here's a truth most people don't want to talk about. Men are often told to open up, but many have learned the hard way that when they do, it gets used against them. Some men were laughed at when they cried. Some were ignored when they spoke about depression. Some were told they were weak for needing support. Some opened up in relationships and later had those insecurities weaponized during arguments. That teaches a brutal lesson. Feeling equals danger, so anger becomes safer. Anger keeps control. Anger keeps distance. Anger keeps men from feeling powerless again. This part is huge. A lot of men literally don't have the vocabulary to explain what they feel. Not because they're emotionally shallow, because no one ever helped them practice emotional awareness. Ask some men how they feel and you'll often hear, "Fine, tired, stressed, annoyed." But under that can be shame, grief, anxiety, loneliness, feeling unwanted, feeling replaceable, feeling like they're failing at life. When you can't name an emotion, you can't process it. And when emotions stay unprocessed long enough, they leak out as anger. Unchecked anger doesn't just hurt relationships, it hurts men themselves. It isolates them. It damages their reputation. It pushes away support systems. It fuels depression. It increases risky behavior. It destroys opportunities. And one of the saddest parts? Many angry men aren't trying to hurt people. They're drowning, while trying to look like they're swimming. Most men don't need to be told to stop being angry. That's like telling someone to stop coughing without treating the infection. Men need permission to feel, not just anger, but grief, fear, disappointment, insecurity, and sadness. Emotional vocabulary, learning to say, I feel rejected, I feel overwhelmed, I feel like I'm not enough. Those statements take more strength than punching drywall ever will. Safe spaces, places where vulnerability isn't punished, whether that's therapy, trusted friends, support communities, or conversations that don't turn into judgment. Time. Emotional skills aren't built overnight. Most men are trying to learn emotional tools in their 20s and 30s that they never got as boys. That's not weakness. That's survival. If you're a man watching this and you struggle with anger, you're not broken. You're probably carrying emotions you were never taught how to hold. And anger might have been the only shield you had, but shields aren't meant to become prisons. You deserve to understand what's underneath your anger, because underneath anger is usually pain, and underneath pain is something even deeper. The need to feel seen, the need to feel respected, the need to feel valued, the need to feel safe being human. If this video resonated with you, you're not alone in this fight. That's exactly why this channel exists. Drop a comment if you've ever struggled with anger, or if you've realized anger was hiding something deeper for you. And if you know a man who bottles everything up, consider sharing this with him. Sometimes one conversation can stop years of silent suffering. Stay strong, stay grounded, and keep fighting the battles nobody sees.